Hey, little boy, is mommy and daddy home?
No, they're not home.
Well, then, I got some Beyonce tickets for you.
Wow, Beyonce? Is Jay-Z gonna be there? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, roadblock. He said got some Beyonce tickets.
He ain't gonna make you think some Beyonce tickets. Look at him, driving off because I showed up. Look at, why you think he driving off? Where your Beyonce tickets? Boy, you a dummy. You better quit being stupid. Don't you ever answer that phone to somebody and be telling them your parents ain't home. You ain't got no sense. You know what, little man? I'm gonna go ahead and call the police and put them police in your parents' life, because first of all, where are they?
Hear my prayer. Lord, let not mine enemies triumph over me. Let the wrath of God fall upon these heathens who desecrate the holy places of our land. Let them suffer at our hands. Let us rejoice in their ruin and drive them back into the sea from whence they came. Christ is here.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe. Forward into battle, see his banner go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. At the sign of triumph, Satan's host to flee. On then, Christian soldiers, on to victory. Hell's foundations quiver at the shout of praise.
You know, Baron D. Dawson, the Red Pill Preacher, would fit perfectly into an organization like my own. Fortunately for my rivals, they have decided to answer the call of the ministry, even though they are more like one of my goons than your average Methodist minister. Anyhow, join them on their show called Unfiltered. That wasn't a request, my friend. Click that subscribe button. Something bad may happen to you if you don't. And you don't want something bad to happen to you, right?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Supernatural Truth Project Late Show. I'm your host, D. Doss, and I'm joined by my brother, the Red Pill Preacher, and our brother, Joe Black. What's up, everyone? Welcome back, brothers. Welcome back to the show, Joe Black.
Hola.
What's going on, my brother?
We speak English in this family.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I look like the mayor of Tijuana or something. I'll tell you what, folks, we got a big one for you tonight.
I got $5 for you for a cab ride to San Ysidro.
I'll tell you what, we got a big one for you tonight, folks. I got a bunch of headlines we want to go through, but I want to get back into that case of this kid, David. And we only touched on it the last time. You see that he hasn't been listed as a suspect in that girl's murder, right, Joe?
Other than the fact that him and her both got these tattoos on their finger that say shh.
Yeah.
And
yep.
I think the mom was mentioning the girl's real name as boyfriend and girlfriend. So it's a money thing or a power thing. Or also, fun fact, I just told David Lee, I used to work at that Hollywood OPG tow, official police garage. So
really,
they found her. Yeah.
So
wow.
Randy worked at the tow yard to where the girl's body was recovered.
That's a big deal. That's I didn't see that wasn't put out there in the public. They just said it was a tow yard. I didn't even think that it was a police yard. That's a whole lot different, you know, folks. When you get your car towed off the side of the road, the police will usually hire a third party to do that, and they'll bring it out. But this is actually a part of the police departments.
Well, this is official police garage, so
that's
I think
wild,
what this
bro.
dunce thought was, and I'm not saying he did it, but it's looking that way. I think he thought movie time, and he said, "Oh, let me just get rid of it at a crushing yard." That's not how it works.
You know how crazy that is, bro? Like, go ahead, Britt.
If I may, so here in Virginia, the way it works is, let's say I've contracted as a security personnel for let's just throw a Longview Village Apartments.
Okay.
So Longview Village Apartments would have a tow company, like let's throw a random name out, like Aces Towing.
Okay.
Well, Aces Towing has a tow yard that they own and operate, or Collier's Towing, or whatever the name, arbitrary name you want to put on it. It's the same scenario in Los Angeles, I'm assuming.
Right.
That each company has a tow yard that is associated with their particular company. It just so happens that that rapper, David 4BW, whatever the hell he is, his car got picked up by Randy's company where he actually works security at. So to say it's LAPD specific, that would only be implied if it was picked up in the congruence with a case, like a homicide or a burglary, or et cetera.
Well, it was picked up in it. Like, that's the thing about it. The dude. Well, now I still haven't seen anything of this. We're assuming that he reported it stolen. You know what I'm saying? Because they.
So he just asked, did he report it? So that I don't know. What I do know is everything he just said is true, but they also have the facilities within the facility to so it's already impounded, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna sorry about that. They're gonna put it in another section where detectives and LAPD can come and they're gonna check it for investigating.
Yeah.
Right.
So they'll check for fingerprints, and I think Teslas have cameras.
Yeah, they have cameras all around it. That's the weird thing about this whole case. That's what my mind keeps coming back to it. A lot of it's not making sense, especially now. Like, it has all these cameras around it, right? So you would think that they would be able to pull that information, regardless of how long it's been, and see exactly how she got into the trunk of that car. But they're not even ruling it a homicide yet because of the decomposed state of the body, which is unfortunate.
Well, your niece on our, and for everybody watching, RPP's been on vacation for a couple days with the missus. And I've been kind of out of the loop on this. But in that, on vacation, Dee's niece, my daughter, she was bringing me up to speed because it's all on social media.
Yeah.
Apparently, this guy wrote a song about her death while she was missing. Like, while she was missing.
Using her name, bro. I think her real name is Celeste. Yeah. Was that niece sliding your notes?
Yeah. She gave me cheat codes.
Was he giving you some cheat codes?
What was the name of the song? So the name of the song is called Romantic Homicide.
That's right. Let me look up the lyrics to that. Bro, I just got chills. Romantic Homicide. It involves the name of the real name of the girl that's gone missing. The matching tattoos that, just like Joe Black said, that say shh. You know, but she's regular old Lois Lane over there. Look at her.
Yeah. Well, Layla just said there's no name listed in the song, but there's an implication.
Ah.
Yeah,
I see what you mean. Let me check out these lyrics real fast, because a lot of times that's almost like taunting. There's a phrase for it when you literally get away with murder and nobody knows it. You drop little hints. It's what psychopaths do.
Well, that's what the Zodiac killer did for years.
Right.
In the
leaving puzzles.
Southern California, leaving puzzles and codes and all kinds of stuff.
And wasn't it like a husband and wife, retired, just regular couple that end up decoding a lot of it?
They've never, so officially, they've never found the Zodiac killer.
Right.
They found the Green River killer. the
B2K.
slasher with John Ramirez, right? B2K.
Yep.
Yep, they found all those guys. But the Zodiac killer is still at large.
Well, he's
now,
probably
they have found relatives of him through the genetic material that they have accrued from the rape kits. Bro, you need some company.
It sounds like it. I hear about
Layla's giving me all inside baseball.
Okay, it doesn't want to give me the lyrics to it. That's odd. Try a different way.
They might have blocked those lyrics, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Like the first search, it said I used whatchamacallit, ChatGPT, and it said, "Oh, I can't give you the lyrics." It's like, why? Here we go.
ChatGPT.
Oh, so Layla just said you can look the song up on YouTube.
Yeah, I just got it. I don't want to get a copyright strike from that wicked ass dude. Here it is, verse 1. Let me throw it up for the folks, in case my smooth, silky voice doesn't quite get it done.
You think of Luther Vandross?
Yeah.
Luther Vandross.
Luther D.
Luther D. Doss. I'll take it.
DJ Doss.
DJ Doss. Lord of mercy. Where'd I do with the bro? I'm discombobulated. Where'd they go? Here we go. I'll just read them. Okay, this is the lyrics to the song Romantic Homicide. I'm scared. It feels like you don't care. Enlighten me, my dear. What? Bro, do you remember those old William Shatner spoken word albums?
Yes.
I'm going to do that to these old gangster rap songs. I'm scared. It feels like you don't care. Enlighten me, my dear. Why am I still here? I don't mean to be complacent with the decisions you made, but why? In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you. Wow.
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 Yeah.
So,
that's
in the back of his mind,
that's a confession, though. Yeah, in the back of his. Yeah, talking about he longs for this girl, but she's not. He knows she's not coming back. That in and of itself is probable cause to me, bro. Again, this girl was found in the trunk of a car. It'd be different if it was just gobbledygook that he made up high on shrooms, you know.
Brother,
that's a trip.
They haven't even questioned this dude as a suspect.
They said he's not listed as a suspect yet, bro. They said they have no reason. That's one or two things, and tell me what y'all think, because I've been following this pretty close. Number one is that they know he did it, and they're trying to keep it out of the press to keep him from, fleeing, right? Or it's just like they said that the decomposed body is in such a terrible state, being in the trunk of that car through a hot summer that we had. But even still, they'd be able to, y'all would know better than I would. You would still be able to tell, even in a heavily decomposed body, if there were bones broken, if there was strangulation that took place, things of that nature. So I really think that they're just kind of saying, oh, well, yeah, you're not a suspect, kid. Just don't go anywhere. We may need you for questioning later on. And holding his stupid ass in place until they get enough evidence to issue a warrant. That's what I think.
Well, you also have to remember where this is at. So this is Hollywood, right? And as Randy has said many times, in Hollywood, if you don't have it nailed down exactly, they're going to rake you over the coals if you come out in the media and say that this girl, Celeste, whatever her name is, Ramirez, Jaquinez, whatever the hell it is, if she's going to be put out in the media, they're going to make sure that they have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed before they come out and say anything definitive. Now, you and me look at this and like, he never reported the Tesla stolen. Her body's been in there for a year. It's been at Randy's tow yard for 18 months or however many months it is.
Yeah, about 13, 14 months, something like that.
Using deductive reasoning that the rapper's probably guilty, but that's not the way the mainstream media is going to portray it, because they have 6 companies own all the major media.
BlackRock.
They're just not going to do it.
They're going up. I couldn't imagine, and that's why I'm glad we got Joe Black here. I couldn't imagine being a detective on this case, because you got this up and coming rapper. He's white hot right now. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically, what would you call it? He's basically bought and owned by somebody, and you better have all the T's crossed and the I's dotted when you come at this cat. You better have some conclusive evidence, not just hearsay, not just these theories like we're going through. Because at the very end of the day, no matter how bad it looks, well, I mean, I'm comfortable enough to say the dude did it, but that's not how it works in a court of law.
Right. Well, just so y'all know, former Hollywood police officer. I never made detective, but even my niece knows what time it is with this case. I mean, you're singing songs to her, explaining the entire. I'm sorry I killed you and you're my girlfriend and put you in a Tesla.
Yeah, I know you're not coming back.
Really?
And it's called, this song's called Romantic Homicide, bro. Romantic Homicide. Yeah. This is sick.
I mean, the girl, and you got to remember, the girl was 12
when they first met. If you do the math on that, which I have, she was 12 years old when they met, maybe even 11.
So he was a pedo.
Yes.
Yeah,
that might be part of it too. The whole underage thing might also be a factor in all of this.
Well, let's be real. This dude is a rapper. I'll tell y'all a story. When I was in Stony Lonesome, there was this kid, his white kid. He went on tour with some big name. Niece would probably know him. I don't remember the name, but he's a pretty rapper, young guy. And he said he got $100,000 like right off the rip contract. And he said he was signed a contract with the devil. I'll tell the whole story another time. But he was talking about another guy that came along with him. He was a badass, good rapper. And his little brother was with him. He was about 12, 13, 14 years old. And he said Snoop Dogg was there. It was for Snoop Dogg's label. At first, he talked to one of the producers. Then the next time, he talked to Snoop Dogg, and he said they pulled him to the side. Snoop Dogg, just him and Snoop Dogg, and he's like, "Look, I'll give you a contract right now, $1 million contract." And he was like, "Yeah, that sounds great," but he's like, "Hold on a minute, I want your little brother." And his mind went to, "Wait a minute, my brother don't rap. He's only 12. He don't know what's going on." He's like, "No, I want your little brother." And they said he spit in his face and hightailed it out of there. So the rap world's not free of this Babylonian sodomite crazy rituals. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm thinking is going on. Maybe this girl was a sacrifice. I hate to say that, but that's what it's looking like, bro. Like he's got these demonic songs coming out.
So something, I don't know if it was you or David Lee, Redfield Preacher, who said it. I know your real name, right? Sorry.
Like
no, they did. Well, if they didn't, it's too bad now, huh?
Too late now.
My bad. One of you guys said it. So when you're a rapper, you are not that guy. Your producer is not that guy. The record company that owns you, that's who these people are scared of. They're not scared of a mumble rapper or a SoundCloud rapper. They're scared of whatever Weinstein or Epstein that owns, and I'm not blaming it on any certain group of people, but
no, you pretty much are.
I am.
It is what it is, you know.
Bro, it's one of them Steens, and you know it, I know it, and God knows it.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. It's a sad state of affairs. It really is. You got to laugh to keep from crying.
See,
but I
my
mean,
brother-in-law has been hanging around his sister too much, and he's trying to let people make it.
Dr. Manhattan's always trying to let people make it.
I know she is.
Glass half full. God bless her.
Glass half full. Bro, you just described her to a T.
I'm with her. I mean, I agree with her, but
I'm on that pour the glass out. You know,
knock it off the table. Yeah, knock it off the table. I'm done with it.
Knock it off the table.
But bro, that's the truth. That's the truth of it.
It's high ranking Hollywood people. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kanye West, he's crazy, but he ain't crazy. You know what I mean? Like he's crazy because he just came out and said what everybody knows.
He crazy enough to get a full set of titanium teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is pretty wild. He did that for a reason, I believe, too, though.
So he can beam down the radio waves from Three Eye Atlas and all that other crap.
No, I don't know from any of that, bro.
What's that scripture about fire in my bones? Like,
oh, so that he's referring to Elijah, where he fell dead. He fell on a soldier fell on Elijah's grave. And so
was it Elijah or Elisha?
Yeah, that soldier resurrected.
Yep.
I'm not sure exactly the scripture number, but
no,
that is the story.
He wanted to tell the truth so bad. He said it's like fire.
Fire shut up in my bones.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's making Kanye crazy, because these people know the truth. All these people know the truth, and that's why there's so many.
They do. Bro, if you remember the first crazy thing he... Go ahead, brother.
I think Kanye genuinely had an encounter with the Lord Jesus.
I think he did too.
He's coming to the fruition that he's being made purified. That's what I think.
I mean, maybe. I think they just drove him mad. If you look at if you look at the chronology of events that took place, he was caught backstage, and so this wasn't supposed to be filmed, but somebody had a camera up, and he was talking about how he sacrificed his mama for a contract. Then he went crazy, quote unquote, on stage, and was telling Hillary that feelings matter. And I always thought that was kind of madness. You know what I mean? He promoted Trump, and he said, "Feelings matter, Hillary." And I was like, what's he talking about? But then his personal trainer or his handler put him in the nut hut. He said that he was having a psychological breakdown. And I thought that was strange. I was like, dude, let me tell you something. If I was rich enough to have a personal trainer, I wouldn't care if I was slobbering out of the mouth and running upside down on the walls. He ain't locking me up nowhere. If they ain't blood related to me, I ain't going nowhere. I'd fight to death. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was strange. And his old lady, his wife, would allow that to happen. So that's when I really started looking at Kanye. And then flash forward, he's got his biggest song now. It's called Hell Hitler. So the sad thing is he went through a very, very strange church. That gospel album he did, I think it was spirit filled. I listened to a little bit of it. But he went, they, I believe, funneled him through your boy's church down there in Texas. Old, not TD Jakes. What's that other rank devil?
I know you're talking
Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen. They funneled him through Joel Osteen's church. And you see, they had some sort of a falling out. I think he probably realized, like, hey, this dude isn't all that he's cracked up to be. You know what I mean? And then, so we're at this point now where him and Candace Owens are literally happily making anti-Semitic remarks and saying that the Jews, or the Zionists, rather, run the world. Yeah, they're evil. And, I mean, they're putting logic behind it. It's not like some hate-filled rant they're going on. So I think that he's up against it, bro. I really do.
Well,
and he better keep talking.
There's a difference between anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism. Big difference.
Well, just like there's a difference between K-bosses and hot dogs, I guess. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, those people
who are in the know would know how to separate the two.
You're right. That, and I mean, the Messianic Jew, like, they've had us fooled for a long time. I thought the Orthodox Jews were the ones that were more Christ-leaning. No, they all put the Kabbalah and the Talmud above everything. The Talmud's a Babylonian text that was added onto by rabbis over the course of time. And they hold that higher than the Torah itself, which is our Old Testament. And that's evil.
Right. It's the first 5 books of Moses.
Yes.
Which is
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Yep. That and the books of the prophets and the writings and everything. But I was always taught, because I went to Christian school, man, and they always said that we owe the Jews for our Bible because they gave us the Old Testament. They were in the Baptist church, even the Southern Black Baptist church, they were holding high reverence. And what y'all got going on over there?
Dr. Manhattan's eating cat food out of the bowl.
Eating cat food?
As in my sister is eating cat food.
If everybody plays their cards right, Dr. Manhattan might make an appearance.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was going to wait for that interview that she promised to do.
No, she can come over here and at least say hi.
You can say hi.
Tell her you're a brother. Make her do it.
Yeah, that's right. Cassidy K says Semitic is anyone from that region, not just the Jews. And that's the crazy thing about it. Those Palestinians are Jews. If you really think about it, bro, the Palestinians are mixed breed Jews.
Well,
just like back in the day they would back in the day they would call them like Syrophoenicians
or half brothers.
Right, tomato.
So the Ishmaelite kingdom is half brothers to Isaac.
Right.
So Ishmael being the firstborn son of Abraham, and then you had Isaac, the second-born son. Now, Abraham, as we know it, had the second-born son, which was promised through Sarah. So that technically makes Isaac inherit the promise. But Ishmael, the firstborn son through Hagar, God said, you'll be a great nation also.
Right.
So the Palestinians, which are Ishmaelite kingdom, and the sons of Isaac would be half brothers.
But see,
so they have the same father, different mother.
Then you get, but between the 1400s and the 1600s, you get all this mixing and matching because you have these regions of people that took on the religion of Islam. Then you have these people that took on the religion of Judaism, like the Ashkenazis. Yes. And that's where you get the Rothschilds being Jewish, which are as Jewish as fresh cut bacon. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not, they're Zionists. Even old man Rothschild says that his uncle, was it Lionel Rothschild or Evelyn? I forget. But it was Lionel, yeah. The uncle that actually signed in 1948 the clause for Israel to become a state in Palestine. He said that he had Zionist aspirations. So it's readily accepted amongst a lot of these people that they're not real Jews. They are these Ashkenazi, and are the ones that Jesus talked about in the book of Revelations. I know those who say they are Jews but do lie and are the synagogue of Satan. Who said that? Sure. Jesus said that. You know what I mean? So I see Christians waking up all across the United States. Thank God.
Well, a good example would be like, say you're in China and you decide to practice Judaism. Are you a Jew or do you practice Judaism? It's no difference.
According to Judaism, you're a Jew.
Right.
Yep.
But you're not by birth Judaism if you're of Chinese origin. Just like these Ashkenazis or the Khazars, or however you want to say it. They are the synagogue of Satan and say they are Jews but do lie.
And if you look up the history of the Khazarians, bro, they were a bloodthirsty people that came out of around Turkey way. Yeah. So
right.
And
which is your Rothschilds, your what is the one that backs Trump?
The one that backs Trump.
The one that bailed him out of bankruptcy.
Oh, the husband and wife couple. They gave him $2 million. I forget that jabroni name, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is when, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s, they went over, as we know, the Christian, our faith, our religion, if you want to call it that, has roots in Africa. So they went over to Ethiopia because people were saying, well, there's these black Hebrews there, these black Jews. And all these big rabbis were like, there's no such thing. There's no black Jews over there. So they flew into Ethiopia. They saw that they had the oldest completed version of what we would call the Bible, and they were speaking Yiddish. They weren't just speaking Yiddish, but they spoke Yiddish, actual old school Hebrew, and the language
Aramaic.
Aramaic, yes. And they stayed there for less than a week, left and went back to Israel, came back less than a week later, and took all of the elders of these tribes, these Jewish tribes in Ethiopia, and their families into Israel, where they are today. So, I mean, it can only be one of two things. Like, hey, we can't have these black folks out here speaking our language. They with the real truth of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
that's about right.
Because black folks ain't really treated well over there in Israel. Neither is anybody who's not a Jew. Let's be real. Like, you can't evangelize if you're a Christian. They literally purposely bombed Catholic churches.
The melanated black people are closer to the true Israelites. And I said Israelites,
Hebrews.
Not the tribe of Judah and Benjamin, than anybody else on the planet.
There's a difference between Hebrew and Jew. That's what people need to understand. There's a difference. Yeah.
Yes. They don't understand that.
And what's crazy is Jesus didn't speak Yiddish. He didn't speak Hebrew. He spoke Assyrian.
Yes, or
and Greek,
what is it?
Which was the common language, I guess, back then.
Yes.
But that's just like everybody speaking English today.
Or Aramaic. He spoke Aramaic.
Yeah, that was his native tongue. Yeah.
Native tongue. Yeah.
What's wild, bro, is like I had world history all through high school that I can remember. We didn't learn any of this stuff, bro. I don't even remember learning this in college. This was like my own individual studies that I took upon myself to learn any of this stuff.
Well, why is that? That's because they want to keep you dumb and blind and like a mushroom, feed you crap and keep you in the dark.
Yep.
Because they want you nice and pliable like a good slave.
Well, because we're the Goyim, you see. We're dogs. We don't deserve that knowledge. That knowledge is for them and their kinsmen.
That's for the adepts. And
the adepts. There you go. It's like Jodas Lato says, hard topic, is Israel a race or a nation? People of the image of God on earth? Why is there so many races of Adam? Why are there so many races if Adam is of the image? It's mind-boggling. I can tell you the scientific reason. There's something called the Eve gene that every black woman on earth has. Every black woman on earth has the capability of giving birth to a child of any pigmentation, all from Asia all the way to the darkest zebra riding bone through their nose folks in Africa. Like
Agent Dr. Manhattan.
Paging Dr. Manhattan. Yeah. Could harass her. What Joe Black got going on?
Drop a one in the chat if you want Dr. Manhattan to make an appearance tonight.
She ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna do it if y'all try to force her. She'll come on.
She ain't gonna come on.
She's eating cat food.
She already agreed to an interview about the supernatural. So
what?
Yeah, don't you remember that one time?
Bro, she looking at you like you got surprise. She got surprised Pikachu face.
So let's see here. Let's pull up these headlines that I had for us before we get too far in the weeds. So, did you hear about the cause of death for the paranormal investigator who moved Annabelle's that Annabelle doll?
What, demon possession? I'm guessing.
Well, if you have to guess how he died, what would you guess?
Heart attack.
Suicide.
Heart attack. Cardiac arrest. So everybody said, "Oh, well, he died of natural causes." No, not really. I mean, like,
well, why is that?
Ed
because
Lorraine Warren
says in the last days,
men's hearts will fail them.
The men's hearts will fail them for the things that they see coming upon the earth.
Bro, he took that doll through New Orleans. All right, and folks, you remember this? He took it through New Orleans, and within the same few days that it was in New Orleans, those 12 cats escaped from that Paris prison in the middle of the city. And I think only 2 of them have been caught.
She don't even have to know the story. Dr. Manhattan shaking her head over here. She's like, she heard you say that he took that doll. And immediately.
Ed and Lorraine Warren, folks, said they put, because, you know, they had, their house was on consecrated ground.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't know, but Ed Warren was a priest in the Catholic Church. And I believe it. I believe you have the Spirit of God. Or there's no way they could have had all those demonic items on their property without it going crazy. So him and Lorraine said,
and good friends with a friend of ours,
That's
Dr.
right.
Dennis Carroll.
That's right. And Ed Lorraine said, whatever you do, not only never take it out of the case, but never take it off this property. And it wasn't like they left it wide open. They said the demonic power that was residing within this Annabelle doll was so wicked and so pervasive that people would die if they did. Well, the dude, I found out the dude that, because the guy, you can see the video, the guy's coaching somebody to take it out of the case. He didn't do it himself. He was a coward. But that dude got sick and almost died, and the dude who actually was leading this whole thing died.
I knew that would happen.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, because they said, well, why would they lie about something like that? You know what I mean? It's been sitting there for what, 40, 50 years? And then
Well,
within just a few weeks, the dude's dead.
What do you want to bet that it's like Robert the doll? That if they do an x-ray of that doll,
That thing's creepy, bro.
that there's going to be a gem or a crystal or something
You already know.
implanted inside that doll, just like Robert the doll.
That's exactly right. I believe that to be true.
Me too.
But guess who's not going to be there when they turn the x-ray machine on?
D-Dolls.
D-Dolls, that's right. I'm not messing with that damn. They said leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'll take their word for it.
And Redfield Preacher, we're not going to be anywhere around that.
No kidding. These folks have been fighting demons since Jesus left Chicago, and you're not going to take their advice? Come on now. So this is an article from earlier this month. Dan Rivera, cause of death revealed for paranormal investigator whose body was found after touring with possessed Annabelle doll. Dan Rivera died on July 13th, one day after an event featuring the infamous doll. Great God Almighty. So here's the need to knows. Dan Rivera, a paranormal investigator, get back. A paranormal investigator who also served in the U.S. Army, died unexpectedly soon after showcasing the Annabelle doll, which enthusiasts believe is demonically possessed. Police have said there was nothing unusual or suspicious present at the scene. In a statement on Thursday, September the 4th, the Adams County coroner said that the cause of death was, as you guessed, cardiac related. A cause of death has been determined for, blah, blah, blah. Dan Rivera, an Army veteran and senior lead investigator for the Connecticut-based New England Society for Psychic Research, died on July 13th, one day after an event with the purportedly haunted toy that has long been featured in horror tales. Francis Dutro, the Adams County coroner, said in a statement on Thursday, September the 4th, that Rivera's cause of death was cardiac-related and was ruled natural. Mr. Rivera had a known history of cardiac issues, which were consistent with the findings. It also confirmed that Annabelle was not present in the room at the time of passing. Well, it wouldn't make a shit if she was in the house. You know what I mean? People are out of their minds, bro. A July 13th report from the Pennsylvania State Police detailed the conditions in which Rivera, 54, and that's not that old at all, was found. Yeah. Members from PSP Gettysburg responded to a hotel in Straubing Township, Adams County, for a report of a deceased man. The decedent was discovered in the hotel room by workers, blah, 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 blah. Let's get down to the Annabelle thing. According to the society, Annabelle's origin dates back to 1968 when she was presented to a student nurse as a gift. The nurse took the doll to her home where she lived with her roommate. Almost immediately, the roommate noticed strange occurrences with the doll, and they were introduced to a medium who told them that the doll was inhabited by a spirit of a young girl named Annabelle. The Psychic Research Society has said the two roommates tried to accept the doll's spirit and please it, only to have it reciprocate maliciousness and violent intent. Wow. Like, hold on. Let me get back over it. I've never read that before. So they were happy. They were like, oh, okay, well, it's a demon in the doll. We'll just accept it and go on. That's madness, bro. Yeah, what are we going to do, you know?
Yeah. What are we going to do?
I don't care what anybody says. That dude got his game smoked by a demon. Straight up.
100%, bro.
I'll tell you though, man. Let's see what else we had. We had a lot of paranormal and supernatural stuff going on this week.
Bro. What about the article I sent you about Miss Kirk being accepted by the occult world as the divine feminine?
The divine feminine. Yeah, we're gonna do that's its own show. Because that's a big deal. When we jump back into the Charlie Kirk thing. Because once we touch on that, I mean, we're going to run. So, Joe Black, what say you, sir, about old David? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think there's any way that he's not guilty?
Who's this? The young
David, the young rapper, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Allegedly, everything points to him.
It does.
So you got so most crimes are crimes of passion, the majority of crimes. Then the second crimes are crimes of opportunity. The reason why this fits the case. So here's what they look at first when somebody's killed. Can I say that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Unalived?
Yeah, unalived.
So Red Pill Preacher and myself being former law enforcement, the first people we look at is your closest relatives. So if Dr. Manhattan had foul play going with her, they're going to look at him first and then me second. Being her husband and then her brother. People close to me. Because why would we do that? We're the most emotionally invested in her, if that makes sense.
It does, and especially when it comes to hiding bodies and stuff like that. If it was just a crime of a killing spree, they'll just leave him where they lie usually, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, what he gave motive in the song. I mean, talking about I hate you and I love you and all kind of weirdos. I mean,
the mama gave motive, bro. She wanted when she found out that, and this is hearsay, but apparently she was interviewed and she said that she found out that this boy was older. Because when you look at the kid, he looks like he's 14 years old. I mean, I think he's like 20 now. So he probably passed it off, walked right in front of her. She's not paying attention. And she found out that he was way older than her, and she wanted her daughter to break it off, of course. So, and I think that's where it was going, and they started having fights and whatnot. You know, the story writes itself. Then he was on that, if I can't have you, nobody can action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if RPP comes up missing, it was Dr. Manhattan. She was in the library with the candlestick.
Library with the candlestick.
Like Professor Plum.
Colonel Mustard.
The Colonel Mustard.
I'll tell you what.
Hey, DDoS though.
Yes, sir.
I was kind of thinking about something. Whatever happened with people are underage? Like that confuses everything out of me. This he's a legal adult, right? And she's underage.
Yeah, he's a pedo. He's a pedo.
What do you? I don't understand the question. What are you saying?
Why is that not even looked at? Like the fact that I think he started dating her at 12.
Yeah, people are exactly. People are just kind of casually talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
why are we? And I don't mean us. I mean,
I think the only. And I'm just from what I know about law, bro, with her being deceased, I think the only thing that could happen is the mom may come after him with a civil suit, a wrongful death suit or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I just don't like this whole, we're at a place in society where, well, you know, she's 15. Okay.
Well, they just casually talked about it. She would have been 15. She wasn't 15. She's 15. Lord rest her. She's 15 now.
15.
Yeah.
But that's
so she was probably 13 when she died, and they've known each other for a few years. So that puts the age of people. I understand what you're saying now. It's madness, bro. People aren't even really putting two and two together. She was 11 or 12 years old when they got together. That's a child.
Well, I mean, look at semantics. The semantics is what they're going to go with, right?
Semantics.
So they're going to say, "Oh, age ain't nothing but a number."
Who's saying that? Well, they're enablers.
Yes, the leftist media, the handlers, they're all going to say, "Oh, well, age is what you think it is," and all this other crap.
I wouldn't even call them leftists, bro, because there's leftists that don't even put up with that stuff. It's just straight demonic.
Yes, but you know the wedge they're trying to drive in society right now.
After this Epstein list, bro, you won't ever hear me say left or right in public again.
Exactly.
They're all in the same basket. You know what I mean?
Same basket.
And the battle just said it right here. Maybe he had to do it for fame.
Oh my God!
Maybe
he beat me to it.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Have you noticed some of the ingredients? Music, Hollywood, underage, murder. Put all of that stuff together.
You get ritualistic sacrifice.
And nobody's in trouble? Come
on.
Yeah. Bro, if this would have happened...
right? So
I think it was a year in the beginning of the summer, I believe, in July.
September.
Is that where they placed the body as being probably placed?
To my understanding, and that would be right before the fall solstice. You worked there. I mean, did you know? Do you know anybody that found the body?
Well, it'd be my. I no longer work there, but they'd be all my coworkers. All of my coworkers, like every single. I can name. I won't, but I can name everybody's name from top.
So yeah, it was probably one of your buddies that probably discovered the body because they said that's the only way they found it. Is it a big place? Is it like a large?
Absolutely.
So is it a large facility?
No, there's maybe 25 of us, but it'd be like something went down at the show. Oh, you're saying you don't know DDoS? You don't know Red Pill Preacher? Come on, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, what I'm trying to say is like the actual building or the lot itself. How many cars would you say it holds? Like a couple hundred? Is it a big place?
A few hundred. Yeah.
So it's large enough where you're not dealing with every single vehicle or walking by every single vehicle every day.
It was set up where I could walk past every single vehicle. So I could call David Lee, Jesus Christ. I could call Red Pill Preacher. I could call Red Pill Preacher. We're chatting it up for 20 minutes because I worked there on Thursdays for security. Oh, and it was the longest job I've ever had. I worked there for 15 years.
Oh, no kidding.
And your friend, say again?
That's crazy. I said no kidding. That's wild.
You know your friends are, right?
Who's my friend?
Your friends let me go. You were just talking about that. Rhymes with you.
What the hell are you talking about?
He's got one friend other than me, Steve, and Dr. Matt. There's like four of us.
Yeah.
They live in a country where they're fighting Muslims.
What do you mean, my friends? See, I was literally thinking of like who my friends are. Like, what do you mean, my friends?
My friends. Okay.
I got you. Yeah. The wink, my friends.
I actually have no problem. I'm good with them.
Yeah, you bet. He's trying to say that before he goes back out there to California. Where he ends up in the back of the Tesla somewhere.
Yeah.
So you're running your mouth about us, huh?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man.
No, we can be doing a memorial service.
Y'all are out of there. Jonas
under new management.
Jonas Labo says, in plain sight, the new golden age Remember when this stuff was taboo? Now we are used to it. You're absolutely right.
Yes, absolutely.
Bro, it reminds me of the werewolf killer or the Black Dahlia in what was it, the 1930s. Remember that?
Yes, yes.
This cat was butchering these girls. And the Black Dahlia, and remember, I forget her name. I remember I studied that case like in high school even. And she was eviscerated and placed like they thought it was a doll, like a mannequin. And they said they never caught that dude. But I believe that, I mean, just the way it all went down, that was ritualistic in and of itself.
Of course. Well, while Randy's pulling you something up, I'll take you back even farther. The Beast of Jebudan.
Wow. That is even further. That told him Jack the Ripper, right? Like the battle says, it's ritualistic murder. That's the way I see it.
Let's turn around and show them.
What you got there, Joe Black?
Which state had the most serial killers? California.
Yep, absolutely.
No state is even close. The next is Texas, then Florida, Chicago, and New York. What did you tell me about the north, south, east, and west?
Okay, so for those who haven't heard before, what Randy's talking about is that there are 4 spiritual strongholds city-wise in the entire country.
Yep.
So you look at the 4 cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. So in the east would be New York. The north would be Chicago. The west would be Los Angeles. And in the south would be New Orleans.
That's right.
Those are the 4 spiritual centers for wickedness in this country.
And then for serial killers, it's California, Chicago, New York on the east, and then Florida for the south.
Well, remember for like decades, New Orleans was the murder capital of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Street.
Yeah, it was the murder capital of the world. So, and it's almost like if they're not up to snuff, they got satellite cities that are trying to pull their weight. So you have, you know what I'm saying? For real, like you have San Francisco, Portland, Oregon had a lot of killers come out of it. Yep. Jersey City. And if you include organized crime, which I do, because I mean, they were murdering people like 90 going north. Look at Chicago, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Chicago under Al Capone and Murder Inc., the Purple Gang. It's wild, bro. It really is.
New York, the 5 crime families.
Have y'all heard of this? The battle I've never seen you on the channel before. Welcome to the Supernatural Truth Project. I'm glad to have you with us. Yeah, I can see you're a learned person. That guy that called in on the Howard Stern show admitted to being a serial killer. He called in from New Orleans, I believe. Have y'all ever heard that call? Yes. Isn't that crazy, bro? Like Howard Stern was working him. He's like, oh, you must be a big, strong guy. What are you, about 6'1", 6'2"? And the dude was falling for it. He's like, no, I'm just 6 foot. I'm about 205 pounds. Like Howard Stern was working him through the whole. He was, bro. You could feel the spirit of truth move with it. That's a very chilling call. And he was like, well, why do you murder these women? He was like, I don't know. I just want to murder them, and I think that they would be the ones that won't be missed. He was murdering prostitutes.
Yeah. He was telling truth like Dr. Manhattan saying she hanging up blue curtains. It was the spirit of truth was moving on this guy.
Yeah, it was a wicked thing, bro. Like, and I wondered if they ever catch that cat. I don't think they ever caught that cat.
No, they never investigated.
That's wild.
But DDoS, you know something weird? So gangsters will do we've had serial killer gangsters, like they go kill a bunch of Crips or Bloods, Hispanic dudes.
Bro, who's the rapper?
They're not even called serial killers.
No, that one rapper? He was a straight demon, bro. Somebody in the chat help me out. It was a rapper that got killed a handful of years ago. And he was rapping about the people that he killed. He literally put the details of the murders in his rap. He got pretty big. God, what's his name? You know exactly who I'm talking about. The dude looked like it. He even said not Big Lurch. The battles. It wasn't Big Lurch. Come on, y'all. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. What's that cat's name? King Von.
King Von. Oh, King
Von.
Yeah, King Von.
King Von was Jack the Ripper, bro. Like I just watched this thing the other day where all these rappers were talking about. Yeah, I'm glad that dude's dead. He was out there just killing these fools for no reason whatsoever. Like King that. Von. King Von was.
Jesus. Oh,
see what
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane too.
Gucci Mane was out there doing the most. But I mean, King Von made Gucci Mane look like a joke at a picnic.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan. What was her name?
King Von was alleged to have killed like 16 people.
Oh no.
What y'all got going on?
Cleo Cooksey was.
I remember the first female serial killer rapper. I think her name was Chandra.
Bro, King. Listen to these guys. King Von killed that female rapper that was a serial killer.
Yes.
Seriously?
Do you remember? Yeah,
you remember?
It was this chick who everybody was afraid of, bro. And King Von like called one of his boys over. He did an interview about it. One day, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll just do a whole show about King Von because I've been wanting to, anyways. And a lot of a lot of his music, he was talking about how he was demon possessed. But anyway,
you want to know something, D-Ron? A bunch of
hit me with it.
If you look up a bunch of rappers, they were killed. A bunch were killed in 2021.
Yes,
and I think like 21 of them. And during COVID, yeah. So I think that might have been some sacrifices for. You ever notice they like sacrifice either legally or physically?
Yeah.
Because
the whole Diddy thing. Who else?
The whole Diddy thing was a distraction, bro. Yeah. Think about this. I'll come up with this conclusion too. The whole Diddy thing. The first people on the scene was the Department of Homeland Security, right? They only
the trial was the cover up.
The whole thing. The Department of Homeland Security came in. The FBI was sitting out there twiddling their thumbs. Why? Because and he had to go to trial because there was so many people that were on the Epstein list that went to Diddy's white parties that there was too much crossover. You see what I'm saying? Diddy will be on the streets in 2026.
Listen, they all hang out. They all party together. They borrow each other's cars. So when I got here, my brother-in-law loaned me his car. Who do you think is borrowing cars from each other I think when Snoop, one of the East Coast rappers flew out to California, Snoop loaned him his car. That's how they do stuff. So, I didn't know. You're absolutely right.
And you talking to a man who pulled over Calvin Brodus.
Yeah. His bodyguard was trying to cut us off in the police car. He's in a big black SUV, so we get around him. We finally pull over Snoop. He's like, I'm just trying to get home, man. And I'm like, Snoop. So I was starstruck. I shouldn't have been. I should have just wrote him a ticket, but whatever.
Bro, I would have pulled him out of the car and whooped the fire out of him.
Yeah, well, listen, he hired a bodyguard to stop anybody from messing with him. So
I would have whooped that bodyguard too. I'd have said, y'all get y'all's ass out here and line up.
Well, that's because you're D-Doss. That's because you're Batman.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
This chair and fight for one.
I'd have said, y'all better fight me. Y'all better bring a gun because y'all in for a long day.
He's standing for you.
My brother-in-law can't fight nobody. He's 5'1" with bad toenails. He can't fight nobody.
Folks, don't listen to that. Let me tell y'all something. Joe Black's just as tall and as big as I am, folks. Don't let nobody fool you. He can handle his own.
True. Yes.
Bro, you lying and the truth ain't in
as long as she's 13, I can beat her up.
Red Pill Preacher out here trying to set people up for disaster when they run into Joe Black on the streets.
Right. When I get knocked out, what happened? You lost.
There you go.
What day is today?
What day is today?
Get knocked out, get up. Don't play with matches.
Yeah. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can prevent forest fires. I'm telling you, Dr. Manhattan and Niece need their own show. They're the super sleuths.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they might as well be Kojak and Matlock.
There you go.
What did he
In
say?
modern
He said,
times, they made both of them women now. So
Look, you
Boys-
baby sis over here looking like she's sitting in the corner looking like who done it and run.
y'all are out of there. Well, that's all I got, fellas. Thank you, Joe Black.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. I think a lot of these people that they brought over here, undocumented, they don't care if we go missing as citizens. So imagine what they're probably doing to these people.
Yes.
Bro, what was it like? Hundreds of thousands of kids were given to families. And then all of a sudden they're missing. The ones that were actually received by American and Canadian families have gone missing. How does that happen? You know what I'm saying? That's
you
wild.
know exactly how it happens.
Yeah.
And now that we're in the season of the witch, it's that ninth circle cult, bro.
Yep. Thank you, Blue Eyed Bandit, for that contribution to the channel. Folks, if you'd like to make a contribution to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. You can use the link in the chat with you right now. If you want to help the channel, really, hit thumbs up, share this video on your social media. Look at these two. They're like the bad kids in the back of the classroom over here giggling and laughing, talking amongst themselves.
Misbehaving. Listen, misbehaving worse when it comes to immaturity. So stand by.
We're actually very mature.
Very.
Look, Dr. Man laughing her ass off. Look how mature that bicep is.
Most mature bicep. I'm not gonna say the state. DDoS, one more thing. Did he freeze up?
No. What's up?
One more thing. America's currently under several different evil spirits, and I think it's because of a lot of stuff. I think because of CERN. I think we're under the Jezebel spirit. I think the Ahab spirit.
Yes.
And there's a few more. So.
I think the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit, the spirit of Leviathan. There's a lot of big time spirits going across the country. And the spirit of Delilah. You know what I mean? But folks, this has been a fun. Go ahead, brother. I'll give you the last word, Joe Black.
Oh, I was asking, what's the Leviathan spirit? The Jezebel spirit is so for the women in the chat, it is not a woman spirit; it's a feminine spirit.
All right.
Yes.
So men can have it. Men can be under it. So a lot of people have said, "You said feminine. That means no, dingbat. It just means sorry, Dr. Manhattan. It just means you guys know."
Yeah, so I mean, when you have an effeminate man, they could have the Jezebel spirit.
Well, Ahab always backs that spirit. Like Hillary
Thank
Clinton.
you, Back Road 41.
Yes.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton was under it, and her backing was Bill. So
Hillary Clinton had the spirit of Jezebel in power, bro. She had that spirit in power. When she was laughing in front of Congress, that was one of the most evil things I've ever seen come from Capitol Hill.
I know I probably told you before, but I spoke to Larry Nichols.
You did.
He was the campaign manager for Bill during his run for governor in Arkansas and attorney general in Arkansas. And he told me that he had to arrange flights for Hillary to Los Angeles.
I've heard him speak about that before.
To attend her coven meetings.
Yep.
For her witchcraft coven.
I believe
and had to arrange flights for Bill to New Orleans because he practiced voodoo. Now, this is from their campaign manager.
See,
I'll tell you what, man.
You can only get so far until you start doing some really, really. So, if you ever seen mid-level actors, actresses, they haven't done what you think they've done. And same for politicians. Yep. And I just wanted to say something to Monique. Yeah, Lil Nas X has.
Monique. Good call on that, Monique. He definitely has that. And see, the Bible says that God told us, "My spirit will not always dwell in man." I think that if you've ever been in spiritual warfare, and you have the Spirit of God, my brother was just talking about it on the last show. It'll burn you up when you're preaching, or even if you're teaching, and the Spirit of God rises in you. You got to go take a nap afterwards. Once that spirit He never leaves you, but once it quells and you begin to relax in your own flesh, you're hungry and you want to pass out. Just imagine when somebody gives their entire soul and body over to one of these wicked spirits, one of these big time wicked spirits. So I think that's what happened to Lil Nas X when he's walking around in white boots. I feel bad for the kid. I honestly don't even believe he's gay. As crazy as that sounds. Like when he came out, he seemed like he was a little ambiguous, but it's a long shot from going from that Old Town Road to pop locking on the devil's lap in a music video.
Well, I got a lot of these really pretty cousins. They was in the industry, and they used to tell me what would happen is you go to an industry party, and because we're heterosexual, they consider us virgins as men. So they want to take us down, if you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is if you do what they want and say, your stuff's going to sell. If you don't do what they want and say, you're just going to be selling however many little albums. So, and I mean, the Diddy stuff and all that. Oh, he disappeared.
No, I'm here.
No, it's his
Oh, okay. He's
his dapper.
His dapper
screensaver.
He's a dapper rapper. But anyways, that's why you see. What's this guy? He was just in. What is it? Fantastic Four.
Oh, which one?
The main guy, John Pascal.
Oh yeah, Pedro Pascal. That dude's a scumbag.
Absolutely, that dude is in every.
Oh, I have anxiety. I need to caress your wife, and I need to touch your wife's face because I have anxiety. Get me, creep. But then he's a big advocate for like the LGBTQ community, but he's not like really. Well, he hasn't announced that he's a homosexual. I think he's just a freak. That's what they used to call it back in the day. I'm not being, mean to anybody. Or bisexual, I guess you'd call it. He plays softball and baseball, I guess you should say.
Well, they don't care if you're gay. They want you to not be gay. And if you are gay, they want you to do extra stuff, if you understand what I'm saying.
They want you to step over a line that you're not willing to.
Yeah. So that's where kids come in. That's where, if you're heterosexual, let's get you doing gay stuff. If you're gay, let's get you doing
straight stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal seems like he would be the poster boy for that then, bro. That, and he's just a creep. Do you see when he touched who's the dude that played the Green Goblin? Great actor. Looks like looks like the Joker in real life. How can I forget his name? He's in one of my favorite movies, The Life of Pi.
Old dude.
Yeah, he's an older guy now, bro. He was in the movie you were talking about just the other day, Mississippi Burning. He was the young agent, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
William Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. Bro, he was at Willem Dafoe's when he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame or whatever. He was being a weirdo like he usually is, old Pedro Pascal, and he reached up and like kind of caressed Willem Dafoe's wife's chin. And I'll find the video for you. Willem Dafoe wasn't about that action, bro. He wasn't having it.
Well, I'm not saying all, like Denzel and a lot of these guys. I think they earned their stripes, but some of them that you see, they can't break that glass ceiling.
What do you mean burn their stripes, bro? Like, explain that, if you would.
Earn their stripes, like.
Oh, earned. I got you.
Earned, yeah. But here's how you know if you're on the right or the wrong side. If you find yourself agreeing with Hollywood, the media, and a few of these other institutions, you're on the wrong side of whatever topic or issue is. So,
man, I'll tell you the guy I'm proudest of, and I'm getting old, I can tell, because I can't remember these names like I used to. But the guy who played Star-Lord, he was on The Office.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
I'm super proud of that dude. He is a Bible-loving... Bro, he's our brother in the faith. He's spirit-filled.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever see any interviews, like, he doesn't waver, bro. And I find it funny, like in Infinity War, like when Iron Man met him, and he was like, "Oh, well, you're from Earth." Like, and then Doctor Strange, tell me this, like, what master do you serve? And he's like, "What do you want me to say, Jesus?" I think they gave him that line because he was a Christian.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? I think they were trying to like just mess with him.
Well, so here's what's going to happen, and you guys got to remember this. they're going to start going back towards conservative Christianity only because, and I know you think there's not sides, but there is. I mean, the people that think hurting kids is okay are not on both sides.
No.
Does that make sense to you? So
All
they're
right,
going to start
here.
moving back towards conservatives.
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean? Like the people that think they want to hurt kids are not on both sides? No, they're not. I believe that there's Democrats and Republicans, liberals and conservatives that find it just as disgusting as we do. That this ritualistic abuse is coming out. Like, I'll tell you the truth, bro. I came from a house of old school Democrats, but they were Kennedy and Johnson Democrats. You know what I mean? And just like most black folks, you know. But and then a lot of people still think that those same morals that were around back then that were probably fake to begin with.
You know what USAID is? You know what the USAID is? 80% of Americans are good to go, fine. We want our America. I just want to go get some milk and it not cost $19. It's, what would you say? 9% on one side, 9% on the other, and maybe 2% elites that are out of control.
I believe that. The Battle says I worked with him on the terminal list Dark Wolf. Number one, you worked on that bro. I haven't watched a TV show in a long time. I'll go over Grim Reaper's house, Diesel 2 Cable, Steve, our brother that comes on the channel, and I started watching that show. It's phenomenal. Number one. Number two, what do you mean you worked with him? Like, or what are you, an actor or?
Bro, not an hour ago, Randy was talking to me about Dark Wolf.
Bro, that show's awesome. It really, really is. It's almost like a hyped up James Bond type thing. I don't want to get too far into that. So,
this is not a spoiler. This is not a spoiler. Do you remember when he said, "Oh, this is joint operations," and he said Mossad is not a big deal?
Yes, bro. That show's heavy duty. Yeah, I do remember that. He says, I'm in LA, or I don't know if it's a he, it could be a she. I'm in LA and do background work. Well, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and share this with your friends. So he didn't do principal photography. That's cool though, man. Like, it's awesome that you got to work in film. I worked on a Redbox film. Anyways, I really did, bro. I was the editor. But check it out. So which one of you haven't seen this? Red Pill, you haven't seen this video, right?
No.
Check this out, man. Willem Dafoe's a real one, bro. Watch this.
Pedro Pascal has gone viral after a creepy moment of him stroking Willem Dafoe's wife's face right in front of him. It looked like Willem Dafoe was very uncomfortable and not happy with how
Look, bro, watch his face change. Like,
viral after a creepy moment of him stroking Willem Dafoe's
face
sees it right in front of him.
And he's like, hey, buddy.
Willem Dafoe was very uncomfortable and not happy with how Pedro Pascal touched his wife. People are starting to see a pattern with Pedro Pascal.
He's all kissing this woman in the mouth.
His co-stars. Pedro Pascal.
The dude's a creep, bro.
Bro, if somebody stroked Dr. Manhattan's face like that, I'd send him across the river Styx.
Bro, if I was there, I'd give him one of those Papa uppercuts where he twists his hand around like a spring. His bicep turns into a battleship.
Exactly.
That's crazy. You don't do that to somebody's wife, bro. Even Willem Dafoe was like, say, man, what you got going?
What you got going?
He's a Hollywood royalty, William Dafoe.
Yeah,
he is, bro. He's old school Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna whip him upside one side down the other, like.
Damn right.
But Willem Dafoe told him right then and there. You seen that smile went away immediately. He put his finger in his chest and like say, "Yeah,
what you got going?"
Yeah, you can do all that lip-tard stuff anywhere in the world you want to, but you touch my wife's face again, it's gonna be me and you, buddy.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, tell the background person just be careful with who they hang out with and where they get invited to. So, be safe.
So what do you think Pedro Pascal is, bro? Like, do you think they're using him for something? Is he the next one to carry the baton of their agenda?
He's bought and paid for.
He was in like 5 movies in 1 year. I didn't know.
Yes, brother. Bro, he's in like not only just 5 movies. He's going to be the lead in that Avengers Doomsday. He was Dr. or Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four, which is a big deal. They didn't even make him shave his mustache.
That's wild.
That is wild. That's like Captain America having a mustache. It's like, oh no, we're just gonna rock with it.
Materialist, Gladiator 2, The Last of Us.
So 6 movies that we can look at right now.
Eddington.
That's 8, 9.
Eddington with Joaquin Phoenix.
Wars.
10, 11.
Wild Robot. Jeez, this Doomsday.
Yeah, bro, he's going to be leading. He's going to be leading what's probably going to be the biggest movie of all time.
Which one?
Avengers Doomsday, bro. You got to think Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame broke. What's his face's record that he had with Avatar.
And that movie was whack.
What, Avatar?
Is it James Gunn? Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah,
the original Avatar.
No, the one, not the one with the blue aliens, but the one with like the anime Avatar.
Oh, The Last Airbender? No, not that one, bro. I'm talking about the not the last Airbender, brother. I'm talking about Cameron, whatever his name is.
Waterworld.
Yes,
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Not Waterworld, Avatar. James Cameron, thank you, brother. That's the highest. Billion. It was the highest grossing movie of all time, and Avengers Endgame surpassed it. So, with going by that, they got the same directors, the same formula on this Avengers Doomsday. This cat's going to be leading that, and he's such a weirdo. He was making really weird, suggestive things at a Disney show.
Yeah, it was a weird go. But DDoS, they stole most of it from the Bible. Like, it's mostly just the Bible.
Bro, the Avatar is basically The Last Samurai. It's Dances with Wolves. You have somebody who's going to go fight a native people. He's ingrained within that native people, falls in love with a woman of that culture, falls in love with the culture, ends up fighting the people that he came with to help protect that culture and that people. That's Dances with Wolves. That's The Last Samurai. I mean, there's tons of movies like that. All Avatar was a big fancy one.
Oh, yeah.
And Endgame is the Bible. That's what I meant.
Endgame is very
Endgame is the esoteric Gnostic Bible.
Yes.
With the demiurge.
It's the polytheist version.
Yes. Because you got multiple different gods. Like, who was the one who came closest to beating them? Think about it. It was a sorcerer in Doctor Strange. Which, don't get me wrong, like the nerd in me was saying like it's one of the best like fight scenes in any film. Like when they were going back and forth, Doctor Strange was holding his own, but you had somebody who was practicing the dark arts. And it turns out if you go look at the series that he actually lied, that there was more scenarios that they would have won. But that was the one that got rid of Tony Stark, because Tony Stark is now Doctor Doom or something. Like they're
But do you want to know why they used sorcerer? The lie they're trying to tell you is if you do sorcery or the dark arts,
absolutely,
you're the master. When so the lie is,
and so who are the two leads? You have the sorcerer who's given himself over to the dark arts, master your own fate, or you're this billionaire genius because of your own prowess and your own ingenuity, your own intellectualism, based on you and no one else. You can win the day. And what did that dude do? He sacrificed himself for everybody else.
But do you see all the symbolism?
Oh yeah, bro. It's steeped in symbolism.
You got old.
Tony, and he was the only pronounced Christian. He was the only one that was Christian.
Who's that? Tony Stark?
Captain America.
You're right.
Yeah, he was the only Christian through the whole thing.
And Iron Man, what did he represent? He represented money and technology. And he got sacrificed for what?
Well, bro, if you think about it, he represented Satanism. What is Satanism? Lovers of self. They even claim that they don't worship Satan. They worship themselves and their own greed. Iron Man 2, he was an alcoholic. Because he didn't turn to God. He didn't turn to anything else. He turned to alcoholism because he didn't have a God.
And
you see what I'm saying?
Thanos had the left-hand path. The gauntlet was on the left hand.
Thanos was the demiurge. He was the created God. A created God who was so powerful he didn't understand that he was created because he was omnipotent and omniscient because he had that glove. He gathered all the resources. You see what I mean? He went all around the universe to gather the resources or the knowledge with those stones.
Reality, power, and soul.
So
the 6 stones.
Yes.
Six.
The number of man.
Mm-hmm.
You had time, reality, power, soul, universe, and
no, not universe. Soul, reality. Where's Kel at when you need him? Hold on.
Yeah.
Soul, reality, power.
I should know this. I'm an old school comic book nerd. Time.
The Mind Stone. And then what was the other one?
Our time.
Space.
And when you have these 3 elements, these were 3 items. There were elemental stones that would give you the power of God. And instead of when he gathered these stones, him talking about how resources are finite, instead of being omnipotent, he became the demiurge and said, well, I'm not going to create more resources. I'm going to extinguish half the life.
Right.
Which is
That's
wild.
The depopulation agenda.
Depopulation agenda.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And even in the movies, you'd see spray painted on the walls how Thanos was right. So you're absolutely right. They're pressing it.
Crazy.
And they not one time through any of those movies, bro. I never remember anybody saying, well, why didn't Thanos just, create double the resources?
You're not going to see that.
No, because they don't want you thinking about that.
Yeah, it's easier to kill them off.
Yep. And even Doctor Strange, when they went on his home world, Thanos' home world, you remember what he said? He was like, I foretold all this coming. And Doctor Strange said, oh, well, good for you. You're a prophet.
We don't have a shortage of resources on Earth. That's a
lie of the devil. That's a lie of the devil.
What did God say? Be fruitful and multiply. You think he's gonna put us on a planet and not? Oh, there's not enough. Sorry.
Well, what's crazy is people actually believe that, but there is hundreds, sometimes thousands of new species of not only sea life but mammalian all across the Earth. New life is found every single year.
Discovered
What are these things feeding on if we're running out of resources? You know what I'm saying? Like
every year, just America in food, built a lot, tons and tons and tons.
How much rum raisin ice cream?
Oh, none.
But
none.
We're a wicked, wasteful people. But anyways, this was a fun one, y'all. Thank you, everyone who came and hung out with us. We sincerely appreciate it. Join us tomorrow night, Joe Black. It's great having you on, as always, brother. Hope you come back tomorrow night with us. And we love you guys. Make sure you hit like, share this video over your social media networks. And we'll see you tomorrow night on The Late Show. God bless y'all.
Jim White tomorrow night.
Hello, my children.
So he's
when you're looking for someone to bust demons, haints, Bigfoot, dogmen, and everything in between, there's only 2 men to call.
Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision. Let me tell you something.